Welcome everyone, I'm just getting started here. Just starting up. So we are sitting at 26.6 Celsius in here right now. We are under a thunderstorm watch with possible tornadoes. So that could be interesting for tonight's activity. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do this tonight. I haven't been feeling well at all. Since my last live, I actually haven't been feeling good. And for some reason, I'm not getting a lot of interaction on SPI. But I am going to try it again tonight. And we'll see what happens. Hey, Court, how's it going?
Do you like what I said in the comments?
Yes.
Please.
So yeah, I've been having issues with SBI. For some reason, it doesn't want to answer anything. You know how normally when I ask a question, it'll say no response detected and stuff like that? It just will stop and it won't answer me at all. But only in regards to asking about Jack and Lilly. And so I find that very intriguing. I am going to try it later again, but you know.
Do we have any news on them? Because I haven't been researching anything recently.
No, they're still searching, and they do believe that this is a criminal investigation now, which, yeah, of course, it's a criminal investigation. It's been over a month. And I personally know they've been in the area, so I don't know if somebody went and moved them again.
Probably Dad.
In that area.
Again.
Yeah, so that's what I'm wondering. Hey, welcome, your favorite alt. Awesome. So I'm just gonna get started here. I want to start with Spirit Talker and see who's around. I did have other equipment set up for tonight, but there's some weird activity here and my REM pod wouldn't shut up. So I decided I'm just gonna stick with the apps tonight again, and we'll see later how things go. So let's just get Spirit Talker going. I'm gonna begin tonight though using GhostTube Vox rather than starting immediately with SPI, because I was getting good responses on my last live doing that one. So the temperature has gone up slightly in here. It's 26.9 Celsius now. Oh, and it just dropped.
I was gonna be like, it's because I'm in here because I'm so hot.
We'll have to figure out between the apps.
Crap.
Um,
Hold on. Look how many people are in here.
yeah. I had quite a big live the last time. And it was just under 3.5 hours, and there was 1,000 people at one point. So we'll see what happens
You
tonight.
live without me?
I don't know why you didn't get notified, because I did invite you. You're a mod, so it should have notified you immediately. Oh, disarray.
When?
Perfect, disarray. So I'm going to go based on what I was just telling you, how I know search teams have been in the area that I see their remains, but I think they may have been moved because I literally think people have literally been there and just haven't noticed specifically where Lily is. But because what I was shown is that she's under a bunch of deadfall logs, leaves and stuff, it might be more difficult. But if they have a cadaver dog, it would have picked up on that. So I'm not sure why they haven't found it yet. Ralph. Okay, thank you for that name. Anybody in the chat have a Ralph on the other side? Okay, well, I just got a little bit more information just now. The backpack is definitely not in the same position that it was. It has definitely been moved, and I don't know if maybe somebody went out there and found it and moved it themselves, or if the perpetrator did it, but the backpack is now in a totally different location than I was originally shown it moved to, so that's interesting to me. Now, I did get lots of tips based on my last two lives that I talked about, Jack and Lily. There's a lot of people saying that the stepdad had a brother and that he's potentially involved. And I did pick up on a second male, but I wasn't sure that relationship, if it was a coworker, a friend, a neighbor, or what have you. So there's been a couple of people saying that he definitely has a brother, and that this was kind of a party house, trap house type of a thing. And so I'm not sure about those details per se, because I haven't looked into that. But there is also, I kept getting pictures the last live of these big buildings and also valleys. And it has been confirmed that there are hills in that area, not mountains. And that there is an abandoned church that's a few miles away from their location. And so maybe it was meaning
People
that.
have seen me.
Oh, perfect. People have seen you. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for that. But I kind of feel like the building that it was trying to show me might be like an old hospital or sanatorium type of a thing. And I don't know anything about Nova Scotia other than what people have given me, bits and pieces. The flowers that kept showing up in that live, they're apparently forget-me-nots, which are in that area. So that was also a good validation for me. But if anybody else has any information that might be useful, that can help me tap
Children
in.
want to speak.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much. So Jack and Lily, you want to talk to me? I'm going to open up a different app for you to try to use because it might be easier, okay? We're going to start off with GhostTube. And so if you guys can just give me your messages through here, everybody will be able to hear you, okay? Jack and Lily, can you come forward and talk to me, please? You're really not going to see much for the screen. I'm sorry, you have to be louder and more clear, okay? House. I do believe it said house. Which house are you referring to? Your trailer? We're gone. Thank you for telling us that. I'm really sorry to hear that. Now, you just seen that we had a little bit of a Milligauss jump there. So there's an energy that's trying to come forward. Can you tell me where the backpack is? Ooh, that kind of sounded like it said quarry.
I heard that too.
Is there a quarry? Does anybody know if there's a quarry nearby Garlick Road, or whatever it's called?
I don't have my laptop near me right now, so I can't really look.
By Hill? Where is Jack now? Oh, I don't know what it just said.
She shouts.
She shouts? Who does? Does Lily shout? Oh. So my millimeter is going to turn off because it does this to save the battery. I'm just going to turn it back on. There might be a jump in the Milligauss when it turns on. That's just from it adjusting. Lily, if you're there, can you tell me if you guys moved? I'm sorry. I didn't understand. You'll have to say it a lot louder.
I heard I did.
What? That kind of sounded like it said Pringle. I'm not really sure.
I heard either that or tree hole.
Is the backpack moved to the first spot that it was in? I don't know. It's weird because there's something significant in the backpack. that just comes through to me as like a souvenir. So I don't know what that means. If it's a trinket that they got someplace, or if it's
That
a
was a little
souvenir.
girl's voice. That sounded like she said hello.
Lily, what is the souvenir that's in that backpack? If you need more energy, you can ask, okay?
Did you hear the word locket?
I didn't know what it said. There was
I heard the
something.
word locket.
I know that there's DNA evidence on the outside, but Bobby, it's underneath a bunch of DNA evidence, we'll say. A mud is over top of it. Bobby. Who is Bobby? I don't know what the item is, but I know it's significant.
Yeah, see, Aaron agrees with me. It sounded like locket.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna switch to seer right now. Thank you. Spirits, you can give me pictures now, okay? I'm gonna open up a different app for you because I think maybe it'll be easier for you to show us what's in the backpack. So this is just Ghost Tube Seer, and so they can pick images and show me. So I'm gonna try this, and we're gonna see if we can get some more pictures this time around. Wait, why aren't you going?
First picture already, Jude.
Why aren't you going into landscape mode? Oh, for crying out loud.
Those are cigarettes.
Yeah, and see, it asked me for an offering the last time, and so I just went ahead this time and started off with giving it one, some tobacco. So that's interesting because it also looks like maybe there's a man in the background.
Maybe the dad?
Tunnel or something, maybe? I'm not really sure. I don't know why it won't go into landscape mode though, so that's annoying. Okay, I need to know what's in that backpack. I guess you have questions. I do have questions. You're very right. Can you help me out with some answers? I'd really like to know what's significant about your backpack and why it was moved a couple times. Can you show me a picture of what's inside? Now, I feel like the first time that the bag was moved, it was because he messed up and told in the very first interview that he's been looking in ditches and culverts, and then he mentioned the backpack is purple, but now it probably looks more gray. So I know he moved it. That's how he knows the color of it. But I think that it's been moved a third time. And I also feel like Jack is definitely not in the same spot that I originally saw him in. I'm not sure about Lily. Oh, interesting. Okay, so not just a souvenir, but it has DNA on it as well, apparently. I just thought so. If you could show us a picture of what the souvenir in that backpack is. What was that? What was that? There was just a flash and it went away. Jim?
Do you want to know something weird that happened to me last night?
That's interesting. What's that?
You said you just saw a flash, right?
Yeah, like it looked like there was...
Did it look like almost like lightning in your room?
It looked like it just looked like on the screen that there was a thick band of something that just...
I'm talking about in real life because last night
I
was talking with a few friends about my experience, about you, of course, good things, and always good things. And I was bringing up about she who shall not be named.
Yeah.
And not even 10 minutes later, I thought there was lightning outside my window. Because my whole room, in the corner of my room where my tall standing fan is,
yeah,
it looked like a lightning bolt just went zoom right across my room.
That's pretty
like
interesting.
lit up that corner of my room.
Oh,
And I
we
looked out the window and I'm thinking, is that lightning? What the f is that?
we just had a point 0.1 milligauss jump there. There is an energy shift that's happening here. But we are under a severe thunderstorm watch right now with the possibility of tornadoes. And there was a funnel cloud that was spotted in Edmonton, which is only, 45 minutes away from me, around 3 o'clock this
And
afternoon.
that's where Brooke is.
There's
I'm gonna have to call her later.
there is definitely energy happening right now. I'm not sure why nobody wants to answer me in regards to Jack and Lilly anymore, but I went over this on my last live. I feel like that land specifically is indigenous, and that I'm purposefully, all sensitives are being purposefully blocked from getting certain information about this case. I had a lot of people on YouTube confirm that with me too. So it's very interesting that it doesn't want to give me any more information on a few apps now. Julian. So we have Jim and Julian. That's interesting. Keep that in mind, chat. It might be relevant at some point. As far as the energy thing that you saw, Courtney, it could have been something like, spirit energy passing through, what have you. But more than likely, it was something like the ball lightning effect, right? Where there's an electrical charge in the air and bits of it float around and everything. But you would have seen it as a physical, huge ball floating around and stuff like that. So if it was just spirit energy, it probably was just passing through, knowing that you can hear messages. Okay, so that he'll get you. I got that the last time a few times too. Every time I tried to access more information specifically on Jack and Lilly. So it's not giving me anything more. I'm going to stop this session and I'm going to go back to GhostTube. And we'll just see if they want to come through and give me any more information, because the children were here and then there was a big energy shift and I don't know what that means yet. Jack,
I can see your gorgeous face in the reflection.
are you still here? Okay, thank you. Can you tell me what the souvenir in the backpack is? What's the little trinket that's in there? I don't know. That sounded like it
I
said.
heard that say bag.
And I don't know, like, I don't know what is so significant that it won't let me get more information about it, but they tell me it's a souvenir. And souvenir can be a lot of different things. It could be from a trip. It could be something special that they found at, the bookstore, something that they found outside, or it could be a souvenir of the perpetrators, right? Something that they're going to want later as a keepsake of the crime. But I still feel like this was a complete accident. I feel like there was yelling that happened and that the stepfather hit Lily and it was like an instantaneous thing. Children. Thank you. I'm listening. Can you tell me what's in the bag? And because Jack saw it, he had to go as well. There's lots of things that made me really uncomfortable the very first interview that I heard them talking. He mentioned very specific things, and it always read off to me. And then the mother gave information she would not have had if she was actually asleep with the baby, like she said. She said that they were both asleep with their baby, but that the patio door doesn't make a sound, but that they knew they went outside, they knew what they were wearing, they knew they took the backpack. That just doesn't add up to me. If you were asleep and weren't aware that they got out, how would you know what door they went out of, what they were wearing, the backpack went, all these things? And then the last footprint that they have doesn't leave the yard. And everything that I can pick up on and hear and see tells me they are northeast of the trailer. They are by a body of water, but I don't know how big the body of water is. Quiet. And you're going to tell me to be quiet again because I'm tapping in. I'm not going to be quiet about it, honestly. I need to help the children. So I'm just going to turn Melmeter back on, guys. Every few minutes, it's going to turn off to save the battery. and I just got to do this. I'm sorry, it's a pain in the butt. So I feel like there is a body of water, but I don't know. Is it a pond? Is it a river? Is it a puddle? I don't know, but they are not, they were not together. They were close in proximity, and so was the backpack, but they're not beside each other. And I saw Jack with a hand in some type of water, and that his body has been repositioned a couple times, and I think maybe that might be wildlife that did that. But I see Lily the most vivid, and I see her underneath a bunch of birch logs, huge logs, and a bunch of deadfall branches and dried leaves and everything. And when I immediately ended the first live I did on them, I don't like that. No, I do not like that. Can you please elaborate on that, though? What do you mean by sacrifice? Okay, I'm hearing thunder, so we might get a lot of activity now. So anyway, when I left the first live I did on Jack and Lilly,
I was there for the first one, but I never got the second one for some reason. Maybe I wasn't.
I don't know. But I went to Google Maps and I typed in the Gairloch Road. And all I did was move the camera just one click to the left, and I saw a ditch that had exactly what I see Lily underneath, only she's not in a ditch. But it is going to create issues for anybody trying to find her, because if you look at it, it just looks like a pile of deadfall. It doesn't look like somebody messed with it and put a body under it. But that is exactly what I was shown. And when I got those messages in that live, I could hear the leaves crunching. I could feel the marshy earth underneath of me, and I could smell a very, very peculiar smell. It doesn't smell like decomp necessarily. To me, it smells more like sewage and roadkill mixed with swampiness. Yes, thank you for verifying that. But can you elaborate on the sacrifice part of that? What do you mean by sacrifice? Oh, that was something. If anybody knows what this is saying,
I heard somebody say hello when you were talking.
it's really difficult for me to understand a lot of the times when I get messages through GhostTube until I'm going back and I'm editing. And if I manage to hear things clearly, when I post it to YouTube, I'll make sure that I put what I heard on there. But if you go back and you listen to it later with headphones, you'll be able to hear it a lot more clearly. You feel very lonely. I'm really sorry to hear that message. It's very heartbreaking. What can I do to help you feel less lonely? So I didn't tell anybody how I have it set up tonight, so I'm just going to do that for all of you newbies out here. I do have a regular school bell here. It's not an EMF bell or anything like that. It's just a school bell. If they have enough energy to come through and manipulate my devices, they can definitely hit that. And so I have, a couple of my Buddhas. I'm just going to turn on a light real quick so that you guys can see. So I've got a couple of my Buddhas set up here. I have my plasma ball that they can draw some energy on, but also if they want to interact with it, you'll be able to visually see. And then, of course, I have my crystals and some religious stuff here as well. Begin. I heard you say drain. You can drain these devices if you want. If you need more energy, please ask me. I'm going to go ahead and turn this light back off for now, though, so that it's not so distracting. If you want more light, please ask. If you need power, battery, if you want me to cross you over, ask for prayers, that type of thing, okay? Now, we do have a steady 0.1. It was for a few minutes there. I'm not sure who that is, but you can come forward. None of these things will harm you. Actually, yes, come closer. I'm going to actually light my St. Jude candle really quickly here.
If you want me to start asking stuff, let me know. I'm just here chilling.
I want the children to come forward and give me some messages. Jack and Lilly. Is Anna there with you? I know she tried to help you last time. Toots, are you here? Juice? You want juice?
I heard juice or the other word.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't that one. I'm pretty sure it was juice.
How are we supposed to know?
But, you know, they did ask me to read a book the last live as well. They asked me to read the Blue Book, which I thought was really interesting because that one is the Canada one that is triggering for Anna. So,
oh,
Lily.
right. That one.
Yeah, Lily, if you are here, can you tell me what the souvenir in your backpack is or where it's from?
Footstep.
Oh, are you gonna make some footsteps? Okay. I have carpet, so you're gonna have to be really loud. It's so quiet, and it's not normally quiet like this. Do you need more energy to come forward? How about if I turn on a light for you? How's that? I lit a candle. I turned on a light. You should be able to come forward and give me some more messages, okay? It's so weird that I'm not getting as much as I normally do, and it's only in particular to the Jack and Lilly, because every time I ask about others, I get more information. But I'm so stunted when it comes to this case in particular. And guess who came through right at the end of my last live, Courtney?
She who shall not be named?
No. Remember Brazen Bull?
We like the dark.
That's who came forward. The native, the indigenous man. So I know for a fact.
That's why I made the sound.
Like the dark. Okay, so I know that you've said that a couple times.
Hi, Benny.
Hey Benny. But it's nicer over here in the light. So if you want to come closer to the light, I can probably hear you, but you're gonna have to be really loud, okay? Oh, wait a minute. Is there a toy in the backpack? Is it one of Jack's toys in the backpack? I just got a flash image of a dinky car, so maybe that's the significance of it. That's interesting. Jack and Lily, can you confirm if that's the souvenir that you're talking about? It looks like the General Lee. If anybody knows Dukes of Hazzard, the little car that I saw looks exactly like the General Lee. It's orange with the, yeah, so.
Is it bad that I've never seen Dukes of Hazzard?
No, you're just a lot younger than I am. That was my favorite show. I even wrote to them, and they sent me a stack of 12 postcards, and everybody signed on it. I got Boss Hogg actually signed it with "Don't take no wooden nickels." It was the coolest day of my existence. And I know that it wasn't actually them, that it was just, they're given a stack that they have to sign and all that kind of stuff. But as a little girl, I was over the moon that I got to hear from Daisy Duke and
Emma.
Everybody. I actually still have all of those postcards. So, Emma, okay. Thank you for that. Who is Emma? It's so weird that this is being so deadly quiet. I don't understand. Benny, I don't know.
You ask and it answers. That startled me.
I honestly don't know if Ian's going to try to come forward, but we can try. Ian, if you're listening, Benny's here and he would really like to talk to you. He's missed talking to you. Oh.
Silent.
Okay, I'll be quiet. Kind of rude, but okay. Oh no, this is going into power saving mode again.
I see a beautiful face on my screen.
Briefly, yeah.
Missy Moo.
My bandage is gone.
Ian, I'm here, my boy. I miss you.
Really interesting, it said.
Hey Benny, how are you?
What the heck? Ian,
Are you being a little bugger, Ian?
you've been very quiet, Ian.
I love you, my boy. I miss you so much.
The reality, it said.
Yeah, I know
that
it's
is the
reality,
Oh,
Ian, but the thing is, I love you so much and I miss you, and your whole family misses you, Ian. You know that.
Meg or make. Can you say it a lot clearer for me? I don't know. I think it said do what. I'm not sure. Ian, Benny has been really wanting to talk to you. Can you come forward for him?
I love you, my boy. I've missed you.
You are joyful.
Oh, there you go. You are joyful.
Thank you, Ian. I love you and I miss you so much, my boy.
It's so weird that he's been so quiet too. I think they might need a little bit more energy, so I'm going to turn on another light.
Have you missed me, Ian? I've missed you a whole lot. I can say that right now.
When was his birthday, Ben?
His birthday was well, he's been gone for 4 years, so I forget when his birthday is, but he would have been 30. I think it's in October or something like that.
Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but the thunder is rolling right now. Like
And you know that's gonna come to us sooner or later, right? That's gonna come to on Terrible.
yeah, but you guys can have it. I don't want it.
Hey,
We just had it
I
here.
can manifest some shit. Sweet.
We just need the rain. Okay, so I don't know why it's being so quiet, so I'm gonna switch it up here. And we're gonna try SPI. This was my favorite app until my last live when it decided it doesn't want to work. And I tried it earlier today, and the same shit was happening. So
That's a cool animation to open the app.
okay, we were just at 0.4 milligauss, so that's interesting. Okay, so now normally when the session is closed, I can go into here and it will show me all of the saved conversations that I've had. For some reason, it's all gone now. Oh, you're sorry for doing that? Okay, well, will you be able to talk to me tonight then? Whoops, I'm putting too much pressure on there. Okay, so
You
this
activated my Google on my phone for whatever you just said.
we have a couple of different modes on here. This main mode is the listen mode, and it kind of works like an AI. You hold down the microphone, you ask your question, then it'll pop up and you'll be able to see it, and then it will say listening, and then it will give a response. However, since my last live, it does not want to do that. It will say listening, and then it just disappears completely, doesn't say anything. This SAM mode here is EVP mode. So just like a digital recorder, you press to start, you ask a question, and you wait for it to give you a response. Then it has a map. And unfortunately, I think it's only loaded for haunted locations in the US because I've gone everywhere in Alberta on here and it shows me absolutely nothing. But that's kind of normal. We're always left out in the dark. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to ask again and we will see what happens, okay? But if you guys want to go back and look at how it's supposed to look, you can find that on YouTube and you'll be able to see. Jack and Lilly, can you tell me where the backpack is? So now it will say what I said and it's listening here. But what keeps happening is that bubble will just disappear and it doesn't say anything, which is not normal at all. And the fact that I paid $20 for this app and it was the best paranormal app ever, it's really frustrating that it's suddenly not working when I'm trying to do these sessions. Plan. Was that
Do you
the
think
plan?
the guy that made the app is like updating it?
Sean is actually working on the Android version. I've talked to him a couple times now. And he is trying to put out the Android version, but there is no updates on the iOS version at this point. So I don't understand what's happening, because if he's making a completely new one for a different operating system, it shouldn't affect this one at all. But I have reached
Yeah,
out.
now it just disappeared. That's
And
strange.
that's exactly what keeps happening, and it's really frustrating. Okay. Anna, are you there? Can you come forward and answer my questions, honey? If you guys are new, Anna is the spirit of a little girl that was unfortunately kidnapped from Calgary, from the Saddle Dome, between 83 and 85. And she, along with a baker's dozen other children, their lives were taken by the same man. A lot of them have been disposed of along Highway 16 by Hinton. Some are by or in the Catamount Caves.
This is incredible.
Thank you. See, it's not answering my questions, so it's getting very annoying. I'm going to try the SAM mode, so I'm just going to close this session. Now, as soon as I said closed, it should go here and save. And again, it's not doing that for some reason. There's some problem with the app the last week that it's not working properly. But I am going to try the EVP before I try to switch back to a different app.
Like, if you uninstall it, will you have to pay for it again?
No.
Maybe uninstall it and see what happens.
Jack, can you come forward and tell me about the car that I found in the backpack? I have uninstalled and reinstalled it. I have checked all the updates on my phone. I even tried on a different phone, like the one that I'm recording with. I can't get it to work properly, and all of my recordings have now disappeared. So thankfully, I always upload that stuff when I upload the live. But however long the live is however long it takes for it to download from TikTok. And then I have to upload it to YouTube after I've edited it.
Explosion.
And then it has to process. So it usually takes quite a long time to do that. But go back and look at my previous Jack and Lilly spirit sessions, and you'll be able to see how it's supposed to look. And even in contacting Anna. Explosion. Well, it did sound like an explosion, but it was just thunder. So that means that you're close enough to hear it. Can you come forward and talk really loud, and this might be able to hear you, okay? The thing that bothers me the most about it is that all the answers that I was getting audibly and visually,
Inferno.
this was able to validate for you. So I would ask the question, and I would tell you what the answer was, and then it would just show you guys what I heard. So it's really frustrating that I can't get it to work properly now. Inferno, that's interesting because there is a fire in that area. There is also somebody had burnt things about a week prior to the kids going missing. There was a neighbor that was burning off some stuff, and I know the stepfather did burn something. I just don't know what that something is. I can't get a read on that. We're not getting any EVPs. I'm going to close the session. Absolutely did not save it. Again, that's friggin' annoying. So I'm going to switch out of this app because it's really irritating me now. And I'm going to open... I was using GhostTube Vox and Seer before. I'm going to just use GhostTube now. Just plain old regular GhostTube. We'll be able to see it on the screen as well. Jack and Lilly, I would really like some messages from you if you could come forward, because I'm quickly running out of steam here. somebody's figured out how to drain me really well. I would like to know the significance of the car in the backpack. Oh,
Frank.
that's
Well, at least you know who's draining you now.
Frank. You've given me a lot of names tonight, and I'm not sure if those are just passing spirits, if they're just passing by and they needed to say something, who they were, who a message is for. It's really hard to understand when stuff like that happens. You've met me before, and blood? Okay. Where did we meet before? I think I would remember meeting you. There's blood on the car. Is that what you meant by that? Because I kind of feel like there is DNA evidence on the backpack itself, but I don't know what the significance of this souvenir. I'm not even sure that the car that they showed me is what they meant by the souvenir, but I literally saw the General Lee orange car with the, Dixie logo. I don't want to say what the actual logo is, but you guys all know what I'm talking about, right? I hope you guys know what I'm talking about when I say the General Lee. Like the world's most popular car in Hollywood.
Besides the DeLorean.
Next to me. Am I next to you? Yeah, aside from the DeLorean, the General Lee is one of the most recognizable cars. Can you tell me where the backpack is? Because I don't think it's in the same spot that it was the 2 times before. I feel like it's kind of been moved and maybe buried a little bit. Oh my gosh, the thunder is absolutely insane.
I wish I could hear it, but I can't.
Oh. Be careful. Be careful. Are you gonna stop me from accessing information again?
Compassion.
Do I know compassion? I do. I do know compassion. That's why I'm trying to help you. I need to find out where you are so that we can bring you some peace. Oh, wow. Okay. So there's another shift in energy. I don't know if somebody got scared and left or what the deal is, but I just feel like there was a big shift. Sometimes? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh. I don't know what you mean by that, Spirit. Anna, are you there? Toots, if you're there, can you help Jack and Lily come forward again?
Unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. You are right. Sit with me. Sit with you? I am sitting. I just sat down. Do you want to come closer and sit with me? Maybe you can make the temperature go up again like you did the last time. Remember, I asked you to make it go to 30 and you put it at 30.2?
Woman.
I am a woman. Are you a woman? Well, there's a little bit of a spike. It's okay. None of these things can hurt you. If you come closer to me, I'm just going to be able to hear you better, okay? You're from here? Okay, you're from Camrose, Alberta, Canada, Earth.
This universe?
I'm not really sure how to make sense of the bits and pieces that I'm getting. And they are probably not from the same energy because there was a shift. Jack, I feel like you're really scared still. And honey, I have to tell you, there's nothing to be afraid of, okay? Nobody can hurt you anymore. I just want to help. Was that your car that I saw in the backpack? I don't know what you meant by showing that to me, though. Oh, gosh, I gotta turn the fan on. Echo, living room fan on. Oh, I'm sweating to death.
I'm keeping the chat going while you're doing this.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I don't pay attention to the chat as much as I
like 3 or 4 new followers, so that's why I'm thanking everybody for following.
Yeah, my last live, I collected 60 extra followers.
Holy shit, talkie mushrooms.
And I'm over 200 on my YouTube now, so definitely. And I appreciate you all. There's so much going on at
You just
one
got another
time.
one.
It can be really hard for me to pay attention. You
My
said my
blood.
blood. Okay, so that's twice now that I've asked about the car, and you've said blood. So I'm going to assume that there is DNA. Okay? Now, can you tell me where the backpack is right now? Because I definitely don't feel like it is in the same location anymore. And I firmly believe that they were already gone when they made their first statement on to the interviewers, to the news on TV. They said that they were reported missing on May 2nd and that they had missed a couple of days of school prior to that.
I can't hear you. There's many of us.
And that's why, because they were taking their time getting rid of things and planning their story and all of that before reporting. There is many of you. Thank you. Can one of you come forward and tell me more information about the backpack in particular? Because I know the backpack is very significant. That's the third time tonight it said blood. I have not been to Nova Scotia before. I don't know anything about it other than what you've shown me and what my friends have validated. Jack, are your remains in the same spot that you showed me by the water? I don't know what it is about this area in particular that he's in, but the stench it is something awful. It's like a sewer gas type of swampy animal rot, more, like, I don't know how to describe it, but to me it feels like it would be the perfect jumping ground for
Damien.
for like road carcasses. Damien. Oh, well, I don't like that name very much, but hello, Damien. We're not going to go and talk about the omen or anything like that, are we? Because I don't want that. I want information on Jack and Lilly. Is Lilly still underneath all of those birch logs that you showed me? Okay. Okay. You have to be loud if you want to say something.
She's hiding.
Is she hiding? Okay, that's okay. You can stay hiding. What about Jack? Is he still beside the water? I saw. I can't see now.
Death is not the end.
Thank you for validating that. I know. When I first tapped in, I saw Jack on his face, like muddy, mushy area, basically, like clay when it's wet is kind of slimy. And I see three of his fingers in water. But now when I try to get a read on Jack in particular, I'm stunted. I'm blocked, and that's all I can do is just keep asking to see if I can break through whatever barrier has been put in place to stop me from getting that information. But there's something significant about the backpack itself. You need more light? Okay, I got you. I'm going to turn on some more light, okay? There you go. Bowl? That's a weird answer. Bowl. I don't know how that relates to what I asked. Okay, What do you mean?
Francis.
Francis, we're getting so many names, and a lot of time when that happens, it's just a spirit sees my light is on and they're like, hey, I have something to say. Sometimes it can be for somebody in the chat, or it can just be they needed something to say. It's their name, what have you. It's really hard to understand, but I will post the chat log later to TikTok like I always do, and maybe it'll make sense to somebody later. It doesn't really mean much to me right now, but I want to know what the significance of the word bowl is. Why did you tell me bowl? Now, we do keep getting little hits. The temperature is staying consistent, but we do keep getting 0.1 to 0.5 milligauss. Absolutely not. The bowl didn't have anything to do with it. Okay. Thank you. Are you a friend? I am a friend. I am a friend. And I'm just trying to help you. I'm trying to get some information from you, okay?
You are confident.
Thank you. I try to be when I'm doing this. I want to come. You want to come here? You can definitely come here. You're more than welcome, because if you come here, I can probably help you more. So my millimeter is going to turn off again because it's power saving for the battery. It's really annoying, but children, do you think that you can come and maybe affect the temperature? It'd be great if you could make it cooler in here because it's really quite warm. It's 27.2 Celsius in here. I have 2 fans going and I'm just pouring with sweat. Do you think that you can drop the temperature for us? I know the last time you made it go up, but I want to see if you can make it go down for me.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus is definitely here. Are you wanting me to pray for you? I don't want to cross anybody over that doesn't want to go, so you have to ask me. So that's what I want to know, if that's what you meant by saying Jesus. Whoever this is doesn't have a lot of energy, okay? We just have a little bit of a jump there. Okay, don't be afraid to come forward. None of these things can hurt you, and I'm not going to hurt you. You can come closer and you'll be able to get more energy, and I'll be able to hear you and feel you more, okay? I think Jack is really afraid, and that might be his energy that keeps backing away from me. But Lily, maybe you can come closer and help your brother. You're a little bit older, and so your energy is a little bit more stable. I want to know where you are. Are you still underneath of all those logs? Nicholas? Who's Nicholas? It's really weird that you said that. That's my grandson's father's name. Who's Nicholas to you? You know, I'm really so disappointed in SPI because you guys can literally get the validation and see for yourself when I get the auditory and visual responses. It's just so validating. So it's very frustrating that that's not happening this week, but Holy? Okay. Well, you said Jesus and holy, so I'm thinking that you want me to say prayers. Are you fiendish? Okay. Well, I do have things to protect in case you want to get a little bit nasty with me if you're going to be fiendish instead of a friend. I do have ways to protect. I think I'm going to spray, just help whatever energy is stopping them from coming forward, and give them a little bit of a reset here. So for those that might be new The spray that I'm talking about is my wood sage and sea salt spray. And so you can use it the same way that you would for smudging a bundle of sage. It can just help reset some of the energy. So I'm just going to go ahead and spray all around my stuff, and we'll see if that helps. Sometimes we get to see a change in the energy right here in front of us. You can see that the milligauss is changing now. And so that tells me that I needed to do that, and that it helped. You're desperate. Are you desperate for help right now? When I end my sessions, I pray for those that have asked specifically to be crossed over with prayer. They ask to go to heaven. They ask for angels. They ask for Jesus. They ask for God, or to read the Bible. And I know that you've said Jesus and holy, so I think that's what you're wanting, is for me to pray for you at the end of this. But if you have something that's important to say right now, I encourage you to come forward and to say it, okay? You don't need to be afraid, and if you need, you can take more of my energy. You are really good at that, by the way. I don't know which one of you is really good, but I have a feeling that it's Jack. Now, my last live, my energy drained so fast, my legs felt like jello. And I'm starting to feel a little lightheaded again, so hopefully my spray was enough to back up that energy a little bit. We do keep getting little tiny jumps in the milligauss here. Oh, that was a bigger one. Thank you. Thank you. Do you need a little bit more energy to come forward? You can tell me if you need power, battery, light. I can turn more on for you if that's what you need. See, it doesn't make sense that it's so quiet right now.
Your voice.
You want me to lower my voice? Oh.
Conjure.
No, thank you. We don't want to conjure. And I can't really lower my voice because then the people that are watching won't be able to hear me. I don't really want to conjure anybody though, okay?
Not exactly.
Not exactly conjuring? Okay. Do you understand what conjure means? You can come closer to me without you appearing. Who's coming forward right now?
Basement.
Okay, well, if you're going to show up in the basement, I'm not down there. I'm on the second floor. Can you come up here to where I am? I have toys here, and I have books. I have guitars, I have keyboard, I have microphones.
What is this? Rosary beads.
Oh, you want my rosary beads? Okay, well, let me grab them for you, because they're right there. Now, this does happen frequently. They ask for my St. Michael shield that is on the other candle. Sometimes they just want to know that they're going to be protected. Grandmother. I am a grandma. That is correct. I have 2 grandsons, so I just grabbed my rosary, and I'm just going to set it out front here for them. Hey, honey, how's it going?
Fool.
Fool? What do you mean? Am I a fool? Are you a fool? Is somebody trying to make a fool of the situation? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, that's so funny. AI says spirit energy reset session. Why? I want to know more information about Jack and Lilly and the backpack. Maybe you can help me answer that question. Is the backpack buried by a tree? I'm getting a little bit of EMF. I know, honey.
I'm only 6.
I know, Lily. I know that you're only 6, and this might be really difficult for you. So I'm trying to help you, okay? Do you know where the backpack is? Sorry, guys. Like I was telling you, I don't pay attention to the chat a lot, and I really apologize for that.
As to why
So many messages in my head, and then I've got all this stuff going on around here, and so it's very distracting. But if you have any questions or anything like that, don't be afraid to DM me.
I can try to answer some too if needed.
Absolutely. So I know.
Why do you think I'm here?
Well, I appreciate it. I know originally the original location that the backpack was in, it was moved from, and where I saw it, it was.
You've been before.
You keep telling me that, honey, but I don't know what you mean by that other than like remote viewing. So the first time that I tuned in, I saw the backpack, and it was by a bunch of rocks that kind of looked to me out of place, like somebody may have moved them there from a field or something. But I know it's not at that location anymore. I feel like it's been moved again, but I don't necessarily think it was the stepdad or anything like that. It could have just been an animal digging through it. You're telling me to keep going, okay. Or it could have been somebody just randomly saw a backpack and decided to rifle through it. But I know that there's a souvenir of some sort. And then tonight they showed me the dinky card, the General Lee. And so I don't know if that's the souvenir or if it was just a favorite toy of Jack's that he wanted to bring up. It's really hard to put pieces together to know for sure, but
Florence.
It was significant enough that they had to show me that. So maybe? Okay. Florence, these names I'm not really sure what they mean. Ooh, there we go. That was another big spike. We had a 1.8 for a second. I still feel like Jack is really scared of something and doesn't really know what he's supposed to do or say.
You won't understand.
I won't understand? Oh, that's really unfortunate because I'm really trying to help understand what's happening and what the images and responses that you're giving me. And I know that they did find something of significance this week. I'm okay right now. Are you okay?
I love how it said that right as I moved on the couch and made like the most uncomfortable sound.
It's so weird that it's so quiet too, because normally I would be getting message, and there's so much silence. But maybe I'll switch back to Seer and see if they can give us more images that way. That was also being very quiet, so I don't know what's going on. But everything that pertains to this case wants to stunt me from getting more information. So I'm just going to stop this for now. Oh, I guess I wasn't recording it. Oh, well, it'll be on this video. So I'm just going to open up Seer now. And this will give them the opportunity to send us images. And so hopefully that will work.
That video, did that say black-eyed children?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hate looking at that thing. I hate looking at that stuff. That stuff creeps me out.
I don't know why it won't go into landscape mode either. It's pissing me off. But here's a picture. It looks like a big empty warehouse maybe, or a locker room. I am really not sure what you mean by that. Music. Well, I do have the instruments here if you want to come and play some music. I have got my folk guitar, my electric guitar, I've got keyboard, I've got microphones, I've got music out the yazoo.
All of a sudden, all you hear is a ghost. All of a sudden, the ghost starts playing "Sweet Child of Mine."
Again, he will harm you. Who are you talking about harming me? Is that Brazen Bull? I feel very much like the indigenous have a protection in that area. I don't know necessarily what that means, but there is a body of water, and I know that there is reserves in that area. And usually, where there's a significant body of water, it will be a sacred space to them. And I think that might be why Brazen Bull came through the last time and was threatening me and saying, stop and quiet and he will harm you and all those things. I think I was getting a little too close to information and I'm being completely blocked. But it's very interesting to me that my apps are being blocked. That's so abnormal. I should be getting picture. I should be getting responses at one after the other. And the fact that I'm not is very frustrating. Thank you. I'm glad you're here too. Oh. What is this? Okay, well, that's definitely significant. Who does that belong to?
Or what? Because that does not look human.
Oh, it's definitely human, but that's not a child's
It
skull.
Nosferatu type shit.
That's definitely not a child's skull. So that is significant to me, especially since I was just talking about the indigenous aspect. I feel like this might be a threat to me, like a SW. I don't want to say the word because that gives it power. But if you know what SW in the paranormal and indigenous communities mean, that's how I'm taking that. And we just got another spike in energy. Who's this coming forward?
Children here.
Thank you. Okay, so the children are here again. Lily, because you're 6, you might be able to control this a little bit better. Can you show me where Jack is right now, where his remains are? I'm not 100% sure if they're more underwater now or if he's just been moved to a different area with more water, because I don't know. When it comes to him, for some reason, I can't get a lot of information. Lily, if you're still here, can you give me a picture? How about the area where Jack is? Can you show us a picture of that? Now, I have had about 6 requests to do other missing cases, some from Canada and a couple from the US. And so that's what I'm going to be focusing on tomorrow and on Sunday. But I really wanted to get more answers about Jack and Lilly tonight because I feel like I'm being purposefully stunted from getting any more information. And it's really frustrating to me. I do believe that the mother knew immediately what had happened, but she was too scared to tell the truth and do anything about it. And like I said, there has been some talk about it being a party house. And I think that that's probably why they were asleep with the baby, is they were up partying. But I can't really get a lot of information on the mom. I believe her name is Malaya, but Daniel is the one I feel like we should be focusing on. It's really unfortunate, but I definitely think they've been gone this whole time. Children, if you're here, can you please give me an image about where you are?
That ding scares the crap out of me every time.
Did you notice that last time it didn't ding at all, and this time it did as soon as I asked? Okay, so this to me looks like crazy clouds.
And it looks like an apartment complex. Almost looks like China.
Yeah, it's definitely like an urban area, but those clouds are really weird because,
They look like ants.
yeah, like ants or blueberries or something. I don't know. It's
Why have
really
you
weird.
come?
Why have I come? Well, I live here. But I'm trying to help you. I would really like people to find your body, okay? So if you can help me get that information out, then we'll be able to move on from this, okay? Can you show us where the backpack is? There's something about this backpack that it just keeps flashing in my head, the significance of the backpack. Um, I know that there's evidence on the outside of it, but I think it might be occluded with like the elements, mud and that type of stuff, so they might not get good quality results from that. But there's also something significant in the bag. I don't know if that car, the General Lee, is the souvenir that came through, but there is something in particular that needs to be found in that bag. Okay, if you can't show me where the backpack is, can you show me what's inside the backpack? I don't know why that's so significant either to the whole story. Like, that was one of the first things that the stepfather came forward with, was that there was a purple backpack, but now it's probably more gray or brown. That's a really significant thing to say, and the only reason he would know that is if he was the one that moved it. And so I know it was moved from the first spot he put it in. I believe he had it thrown in a culvert and kind of buried it up, but then freaked out and figured it would be really easy for them to find. So there's a hammer. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because I don't know if I believe that. Okay, so we've got another picture here, and the millimeter's going to turn off again. Oh, gosh. This looks like somebody standing in a... like
Either standing or sitting on a chair.
It kind of looks like a library or something, but it also could be like... you know how medical records or police records, they have shelves of files and stuff like that. So that's interesting. I'm not sure how that relates to this, but I was talking about evidence. And so maybe they've already found something. I knew that this past week that they would have found something. I didn't know what it meant. So maybe they have found a little bit of evidence and that's what it's telling me. Oh, do you have a suspect? They do? Okay.
Suspect.
Perfect. I know that they did a lie detector test on Daniel, the stepfather. He thinks that he passed it with flying colors, but I think there was deception noted. So if you could confirm that for everybody, that would be great. I'm not really sure what is happening, why I'm so stunted, but it's really frustrating, you guys, because I don't get this. This never happens where all of my apps are stopped from answering me, so I'm really confused, but I'm going to switch back to GhostTube. So when it said the black-eyed children, this is just the people that made the app. They're advertising their latest video right there.
Okay. We have somebody in the chat that's wondering if you could contact their daughter. Her name is Maya.
Okay. If you want to, I don't know if you have enough followers that you can request to come up. But
no, she does. She does.
I hope if you come up, it might give the spirit a little bit of a boost to come forward. It's not a guarantee though, but we can definitely give it a try.
Yeah, Summer TikTok Princess just requests the guest thing at the bottom next to the rose, and we can let you up.
Yeah. I just sent you an invitation if you want to pop up.
Hello.
A shift in energy. Okay, so you have a daughter that passed?
Yes.
And how old was she? Because I feel like she was a little younger.
Yes, she was 17 months old.
You're standing right here? Okay, thank you. If you want to talk to her and see if she'll come forward and give me some responses. Oh, no. No, not interested in that, please. Okay, that's really interesting. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring out my holy water. So I've got my holy water here, and there is 3 drops of concentrated frankincense oil. Because this happened in my last 2 lives when I tried to get information on Jack and Lilly. I was threatened
Do you know?
by Satan. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. If you want to talk to your daughter and see if she comes forward, that might help if she hears you. Ooh.
No, her middle name was Marie.
Okay. This was a sudden passing, right?
3 years ago.
Like it happened quickly, her death?
Yes. During the night.
I feel like there was some type of underlying illness issue.
With her
Like
esophagus.
maybe SIDS. Something along those lines. I'm not even sure what else could be. I don't know if you know what SIDS is, but sudden infant death syndrome. That's what I'm getting, is that it was very quick like that, in that it couldn't have been prevented. But wow, that's tough. Because she was young. And
You're listening.
You're listening? Okay.
What's in your hand?
Oh, well, I was just holding on to my rosary. Oh, thank you for validating that, Spirit. Literally, I was just holding on to my rosary here. So,
Jerry, the more you laugh, the more it makes my night. You know that, right?
well, that's good. Did you have an autopsy, like a request for the medical records?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
The children are listening.
Thank you. I don't know why, but I feel like that this was I feel like this was going to happen. This was the plan. It was always going to happen, and I don't like to say that because she was very young, and it doesn't make a parent feel good. It doesn't make a person, a human, a mother, grandmother feel good to say that, but I feel like there was nothing that we could have done.
No.
But I feel like it was some type of underlying health issue. But it feels like it keeps saying SIDS, but I don't think it was SIDS. I think it was something that masks itself like that, where it's a sudden passing. So I don't know if it was a heart issue, a lung issue, but something wasn't working properly health-wise, and it wouldn't have been, like, had you found out, it wouldn't have mattered. That's what I feel. And I really don't like to say that because it hurts my heart, but that's what I'm picking up on. Did she have issues with speech? Like delayed speech, maybe?
Not really.
That's really
She
bizarre.
was just learning to talk.
Maybe she didn't have a very big vocabulary. But I feel like she can't give me messages. I can pick up certain things, but she can't talk with me. But she's also young, and she's a relatively new energy too, so it can be very difficult for them to communicate. It asked me to lower my voice again, so that's really weird to me. But yeah, there's something with her inability to communicate with me. Wow. Okay. Do you have any autoimmune issues in your family?
What do you mean?
Like, do you have issues with pulmonary, like veins, heart racing or palpitations, rapid heart rate? You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I kind of pick up that she was having that kind of stuff too, and that's what makes me think that maybe it was lack of oxygen or lack of blood pumping from the heart.
The devil is
She
here.
did have a hard time breathing when she was outside.
Okay, that definitely makes a lot of sense for me with the speech thing too. Then, so that's really interesting. I don't like these messages that you're trying to stop me from communicating. And I've just done my holy water again. So, and there's a change in energy. So I'm just going to do some tones here. I have chimes and drums and stuff like that. And sometimes I can push that energy back with the sound waves. Buried. Okay, thank you. So the backpack. No, I'm not going to be quiet. Did you mean that the backpack is buried? The battery, so you want some more power? I'm kind of hesitant, if I'm going to be honest, because you told me that Satan and the devil is here, and I'm really hesitant on giving you more power. So I'm just going to hold off on that. But I am going to play some musical tones here because I'm having a hard time.
Are you a friend?
Oh, so now you're going to convince me that you're a friend?
Ah, bullshit.
I don't believe you. I'm sorry, but I just don't. So I'm going to take my Tibetan chimes and I'm going to just ring them a couple times, and then I'm going to take out my drum and I'm going to do a couple of beats on there as well. And we're going to watch and see if the energy shifts, because sometimes it will register on the millimeter, okay? So I've just got my Tibetan chimes here, and I'm going to just bathe the area in the sound. And we're going to see if I can get some better communication here. Because sometimes these nasty energies just want to take full advantage as soon as we're open. If we get a little too close to the truth, they like to shut us up. And I was pretty successful the last time. Oh, yeah, you've noticed my cross, hey? Which one? I've got like 30 of them. I'm going to go ahead and turn my meter back on because I'm going to do the drum. And usually this will register.
Pathetic.
I'm not pathetic. You're pathetic if you think you're going to shut me up. You know I know what to do to get rid of you, right? Okay, so I'm just going to use my Celtic drum here, and I'm just going to do a couple of quick little beats, and we'll see.
I had a long life.
You had a long life. Okay, well, thank you. That's lovely that you were able to have a long life.
Leg.
Leg. That's really interesting that you said leg. What do you mean by that?
Where am I?
That's what I'm trying to find out, Spirit. I want to know where you are. Can you tell me? Don't let that evil spirit try to push you away, okay? They can't hurt you. I'm stronger than they are. I'm stronger than all of them because I'm protected and I'm living. I encourage you to come forward and give me more information. Can you tell me what you meant by leg? Okay, so we're just getting a little bit of spikes here. I notice the temperature has gone down. It's now 26.9 in here, and I think you guys are blurry on there, so I'm going to just zoom in for you. 26.9 Celsius.
Bright.
It's bright. Okay.
Others are scared.
They don't have to be afraid, okay? Because I can push that energy back. They can't harm you. No, there is no spirit. There is no
Disgusting.
human that has
Disrespectful.
power over you. Disgusting and disrespectful. That's really interesting.
You're talking about yourself?
See,
Look
they-
in the mirror.
They don't like it when you challenge them, and when you tell them they don't have authority or power over you and that you're protected, they don't like that. And so they're trying to intimidate me and get me to stop talking.
It's
Lower
not
your
for you.
voice, be quiet. It's not for me. The message isn't for me. Okay, well, if you have a message for anybody that's watching,
Beverly.
thank you, Beverly. Interesting. A lot of the times I get messages from people in my life that have passed. Earlier it said Nicholas, that is my grandson's father. It just said Beverly, which is my deceased mother-in-law. I don't know if those are necessarily for me or if they're for somebody in the chat. But later, when I upload, you'll be able to go back and see if it makes sense to you.
Philip.
And now we just got Philip, which is really weird because Beverly's maiden name was Phillips. So that's really bizarre. If this was my deceased mother-in-law, ex-mother-in-law, maybe you could give me the names of your children, your son and your daughter. I was married to your son, so you should be able to tell me what his name is and what his nickname was. Very interesting messages tonight. There's definitely a cleaner energy around here now, but I definitely feel like I'm not safe yet. Whoever was giving me threatening messages is still trying to affect me. So we'll see. We'll see what more I'm able to get. I won't be going much longer, though, you guys, because I am feeling severe energy drain. But I'm going to give them a few more minutes here to give me some more information, because specifically, I need to know about the backpack, and I need to know where Jack is, because I definitely feel like he's not in the same position I saw him in the last time, and that's a little concerning to me. I don't know if it's wildlife or if somebody's gone and picked him up, moved him to a different location, but I definitely see like there's more water covering him up now. And I don't know if it's rained in the last few days. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Nova Scotia. I know that it is definitely fishing communities, and it's been verified that there is some hills in that
Regina.
area. Regina? That's crazy because Bev and Fred lived in Regina, so that's amazing. Thank you for that validation. Bev, if this is you, you could definitely give me a name of one of your grandchildren. You have a few of them. You've got your son and daughter. Your husband, I already just said what his name is. If you could show the chat and verify what your husband's name was, that'd be great. Crazy. Crazy. I want to thank everybody that's here for watching, for all the likes and the comments and everything. I apologize again that I don't interact with my chat very often because there's just so much going on in front of me, around me, but I also get audio and visual answers a lot of the time too.
Anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise? The hell do you mean?
That is a weird word, but okay.
What the heck does that mean, anti-clockwise? Like counterclockwise? And I don't know why you would tell me that. That is a crazy response.
Maybe it's like a turn back time thing?
I don't know. Where? Good question. I don't know what you're talking about. Anti-clockwise is who knew that was even a phrase? What the heck?
Circle.
Oh, circle. Like clockwise, like a circle.
Wash.
I don't know what you mean by it though. Like
Wait, circle wash. Are you talking about a washing machine?
I really don't understand. Oh wait, no. Circle Drive, but that's in Saskatoon, not Regina. Do I know? Do I know what? I'm really confused by your messages. I don't know, honestly. I'm confused. Phillips, that was her maiden name. They lived in Regina, but they did move to Camrose. The circle thing, I don't know. I don't know what you mean by anti-clockwise. I've never heard that phrase before. I've heard counterclockwise, but not anti-clockwise. Rope? What? Wait, I'm really confused. I don't know what the heck is happening.
That sounds like an Anna thing.
It really does, but I don't know why am I getting these messages? I literally I'm begging to find out more information about Jack and Lilly in that backpack. That's really all I want to focus on right now, because I can't sleep properly since my last live when I stopped getting access to information, and it's really bothered me. Like, I literally feel like somebody has put in a psychic wall and is stopping me from getting more information.
The children are hers.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that message. We're getting right back on the track here. So,
Failure.
no, we don't want it to be a failure. No. I need your help. I don't know if you guys can't give me the information, if you don't know what the information is, or what is happening here. Let you... What? Oh, gosh.
I just got a bad feeling. I know what that means.
I think they...
And the answer is no.
I honestly feel like they want me to stop asking. That's what I feel like. That they don't want me finding out more information, and that bothers me a lot. Because there has to be a reason why somebody would stop me from accessing that information. Like, and I honestly wish I had more to go on. Look inside. Well, I looked inside the backpack the first time you showed me. But it was full of mud and leaves, and that's basically all I saw. It's so frustrating, because normally I don't even need to do this. I can just think about them and I'll get information. But this past week has been awful for me. Every time I try, I get stunted. Oh,
Raph.
we have RAF again. Okay, so I found out that...
What does that even mean?
It means Royal Air Force. So, I don't know if there's a base anywhere near the Gairloch Road area in Pictou County. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Nova Scotia. But this came up 3 times now. Once in every single live I have done on them, it has come up with that. So that's a significant response for me. I just don't know what the link is. So if anybody out there happens to understand what it means, if there's a base out there, or if someone in their family was in the Air Force maybe, it's a weird response though.
You should stay.
Oh, I plan on staying because I live here. Cherish, okay. I don't know what you mean by that. Goodness, sometimes it's really hard to put the pieces together, you guys. Like, especially when you're not sure if any of this could be relevant, right? It could just be a message that Spirit needed to get out really quickly before they moved on. But there is definitely significance to some of these. The children are heard and that kind of stuff. But I definitely am going to have to end this very soon. So I want Jack and Lilly to come forward. If you have one last thing that you would like to tell people, please take this time to say it, okay? Because I'm going to be focusing on other missing cases, unsolved missing cases over the weekend and doing some investigations. I really don't think you're going to give me a lot more information. But I did know that this past week they were going to find something of significance. I still don't know what that is yet, and I don't think they're letting the public know. But I'm not entirely sure that they're going to be able to find their remains because they're not looking in the same area anymore. So
My
we just
name is
had to go up
Francis.
to 1.5. Your name is Francis. Thank you.
We had Francis already.
Yeah, and I don't know what the significance of that is, but I'm pretty sure that came through the last time too. So maybe there's it could be a place that's named that. It could be a person.
Acquaintance.
An acquaintance. Okay, thank you for validating that it's an acquaintance. So, does Francis live near that area? Gosh, I've got that jello leg thing happening again because somebody's really good at draining my energy, and I believe it's Jack. Usually when they're that young, it, everybody has abilities, okay? Everybody is sensitive and psychic in some way. But when we are growing, things can put in blocks so that we stop hearing and seeing and feeling. And usually it's things like trauma or hormonal. And age has a lot to do with it. And I think Jack is very much stuck in that fear and anxiety, even in the afterlife. I feel like he's very afraid. Bird? Okay, so my name is Francis Bird. Give it back. I don't know what you mean, sweetheart. I don't have anything of yours, honey. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. But I feel like Jack is very much stuck in the emotions
Miracle.
that he was feeling at that moment. Thank you. It is a bit of a miracle to be able to do this, isn't it? But Lily, I think, is shy and timid as well, but I'm pretty sure that Jack is the one that's draining my energy. That happens a lot if they're stuck in their death state. Those emotions can be very overwhelming. They can either make you feel very sick and heavy, or they can be like you can feel their anxiety, nausea, and that kind of stuff. I feel like I've been on a roller coaster all day. My legs just don't want to work. Last time they asked me specifically to give them an offering. And so I thought I would start this session off by giving them some tobacco in hopes that it would appease the indigenous spirit that came through and tried to stop me from talking the last time. Liam has come through so many times. And I do believe that Liam is a victim along with Anna. So that's interesting that it came through. But when it comes to Brazen Bull, he literally stopped my session the last time and I couldn't get any more information. I can't see you right now, but I can feel your energy. I know that you are close to me, and I just have to tell you that it is making me feel very drained and heavy. So I'm going to ask you to back up just a little bit. You can still give me some information, but I just need you to back your energy up just a little bit, okay? Because I can't help you if you're going to be overwhelming me.
Do you want
Look,
it?
we're here.
I do want the information. Can you give me any information regarding Jack and Lilly Sullivan from Pictou County, Nova Scotia?
There's two.
I know there's two of you. That's right. You said, look, we're here. You're saying that there's two of you. Are you able to come forward and give me a message to your loved ones? Whatever you want to say right now, you go ahead and you say it, okay? Oh, that makes my heart hurt so much right now.
Disrespectful.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all.
Plausible.
Plausible? Okay. Not sure what you mean by that. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. So I did get a message in my head and it said, I'm scared. And then it said disrespectful. So I don't know. But being scared is definitely an emotion that I've felt throughout doing these last 3 lives, specifically on them. I feel a lot of fear and anxiety. And I think that's mostly coming from Jack. because I think what happened with Lily was so fast that there was no awareness to it. I feel like she was hit really hard and it was pretty much done. And maybe that explains why some of the communication is quiet too. Maybe she can't communicate a lot. But I did ask Anna a few times to kind of help them come forward. And the last slide, it did help.
Yes.
Okay, I have the flashlights on. Do you want me to turn on another one?
Gruesome.
It is gruesome, I know. I'm very sorry. I know. So it was at 0.3. So usually when they ask me for lights and battery and power, I will just give them some of my solar lights to give them a boost in energy. And so I'm just going to turn on this third little one for them. Okay, Jack and Lily, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes here to say something to the whole world that's listening and watching right now. Whatever it is that you need to say, now's your chance.
To your right.
To my right, where my water is. Are you standing there?
Look inside.
Inside my water?
I can't speak.
You can't speak? Okay, thank you for verifying that. Thank you.
It's difficult.
It is difficult, I know. Can you manipulate my devices to give me messages, though? You're doing a good job. Did you like the story that I read to you the last time from the Blue Book that you asked for? So,
it's not for you.
It's not for me? No, it's a children's book. You're right. So this is, oh, you guys can't see it. Shoot. It's called Canada All Year. And unfortunately, I forgot that it mentions Calgary Saddle Dome in there, which was quite upsetting to Anna, the spirit that was taken from the Saddle Dome in the 80s. Bernice, okay. Is that a family member's name or a friend? But they specifically asked me at my last session for me to read the Blue Book. And so I did end up closing my session and reading. An accident, you're right. It was an accident. What happened to Lily was an accident. But what happened to Jack was deliberate. And I'm really sorry about that. Are you two together right now? Oof, okay.
Be very, very careful.
That's interesting. I literally was just going to tell you I felt another shift in the energy, and then it said be very, very careful. Now, I feel like I'm getting a little close to some information again. None? You don't want to give me any information? All right. I can respect that. I've been trying all week, and you just keep stopping me. So I am going to try one more time with SPI. Oh, shoot. I wasn't recording that again. Oh, well. No big deal. So I am going to try with Spirit Phone Innovations one last time. It should give me a response, and it won't. And it's really irritating. So I don't know what's happening there. But I am going to give it one more try here before I end. Jack, Lily, do you want me to say prayers for you today?
You are courageous.
Thank you. I try to be. I really do try to be. Are you courageous too? I think that you might be. Oh, see? It went away again. It went away again. It shouldn't do that. It should always have a response in red there. Whether it says no response detected, listening, it should give me a response, and the fact it's not is extremely frustrating. Lily, Can you tell me if you and Jack are together right now? I definitely feel like they are, but not all the time. And I don't know why. See, it didn't even bother trying this time. It just disappeared. They don't want me accessing certain information. Where is the backpack? Anybody that's usually a part of my lives, you know this app and how it answers and how you get to see it on the screen and invalidates. And I don't know why it just won't. Again, it disappeared. And I don't know why it won't save them anymore either and where all my other ones went. But if I go to close session and then I go here, it should have that there. It should also have the one I tried earlier today and all the rest of the week, not to mention every time I've done one.
Please don't
it
go
should
now.
still be in here. I'm sorry. I know I'm about to end, but I'm not getting the communication that I should be. So I'm going to open up Seer one last time. I would like for you to give me a picture of where Jack is right now. Oh, see, now it went into landscape mode. What the heck is actually happening tonight? Oh, and look, we have an instant picture. That's a weird, what the hell is that? Some kind of gremlin goblin thing with wings? Maybe it's a fairy? The hell? I mean, okay, now granted, down east, they are, a lot of them originate from Ireland, right? And fairies are very popular folklore there. I don't know if that's necessarily the same thing in Nova
We need
Scotia.
energy.
I have given you lots of energy and you've taken a lot of mine. You really need that much more. So I'm not sure what that is supposed to mean, but that definitely looked like a gremlin, goblin, fairy type thing with elf ears and maybe a mushroom in the back. I don't know. That's a very, very weird picture to send me. I don't know what to make out of it. I don't understand why now all of a sudden it wants to go into landscape mode. It also didn't ding when it gave me the picture. So I'm definitely getting blocked from getting certain messages tonight. But if you can give me a picture of where Jack's body is right now, what it looks like, that would be great. Because there's definitely water of some kind involved. I just don't know how big this body of water is, and I think it's significant. If it's a lake, a river, or just a little puddle. But the smell in that area is so strong that if you were walking in that area, you would literally avoid going because it just smells so bad, like raw, sewagey, animal decomposition swamp. Oh my gosh, so there's mountains again, which I don't understand because there's no mountains in that area, but there's a clock. And earlier it was saying anti-clockwise and circle. So the time on here looks like 10 after 10? Or is that 10 to 2? I don't know. I don't have my glasses on. You guys tell me. But I don't understand why it wants to show me a valley all the time. Jasmine. I don't know. Is there jasmine flowers in the area? Because I know that there's forget-me-nots. That was validated the last time. Jasmine could be a name. I don't understand the significance of that. And I asked for you to show me where Jack is, and you gave me mountains again. I don't understand why you keep doing that. And I don't know enough about Nova Scotia to know if there is mountains anywhere in Nova Scotia. But I know in that area that there isn't. So many people have verified that there isn't, but that there's hills. So, I don't know. Okay, I want you to send me one last message, one last picture, okay? Give me a picture of the backpack if you can. For some reason, I feel like it's near a tree. Or maybe it's in the tree, in a hollow part of the tree, but there's a tree involved somehow. But that's not where I saw it the last time, so I don't know what that means. If some person moved it, if the perpetrator moved it. What was that flash? That was weird. I saw a flash again. Or if maybe an animal like bird or coyote maybe was rummaging around and moved it, but it's definitely not in the same place I last saw it. And there's definitely more like water where Jack is. But that's all I can get now. Because I'm totally being stunted and I hate this. You
I like music.
Yeah, I know. I really like music too. Can you play any instruments? Can you play the guitar? I have 2 guitars and I don't play them because I have really long fingernails. Naturally long fingernails, and it would hurt. I'm told. You can make some music if you want. I've got a keyboard, I've got lots of microphones, I've got the guitars. So maybe they're just out of energy because they did ask for more and I didn't want to give it up. So this might be a good spot to end this. I'm really disappointed, you guys, because I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not getting further ahead, and that's so frustrating. But I am planning on going live tomorrow and Sunday as well. Okay, so we've got another big house, and this time there's a storm. There's also a body of water. So thank you so much for that being your last message to send. That's really significant. Now, again, it looks like there's fire in this big, large building. So I don't know what the significance of the big buildings are that it keeps sending, but I feel like it was maybe an abandoned... I feel like it was an abandoned like hospital of some sort, like maybe a mental hospital. So I don't know if there's one in Nova Scotia that may have existed at one point or what have you, but that's what I get when I try to pick up on what the big building is, because I've been shown this mansion a few times now. And somebody also mentioned a church. And I don't know if there's any church nearby their property, but I don't feel like the building they're talking about is a church. I feel like it's a much bigger, like an institution. Maybe it was an orphanage, even a hospital, sanitarium, or an orphanage, but it was a big building. So if anybody happens to get any information on that, be sure to let me know. I will be posting the logs from this, whatever pictures I get and chat logs I get from this, I will be uploading to TikTok later. This will be uploaded to YouTube, the whole live, once it's done downloading and all that kind of stuff. It'll be uploaded to YouTube. It might not get done tonight because it's going to take a while, but it will be published in live sometime after midnight anyway. But thank you guys all for being a part of this. I really apologize that I haven't been able to get a lot of information. I don't understand why I'm blocked so badly, but it's extremely frustrating that even my apps won't work. But I have jello legs again, and I'm feeling lightheaded, so I'm going to have to pop off here before I pass out. It is hot, and Spirit has really been great at draining my energy, but I will sign off, as I always do, with peace, love, and light. I'm going to do prayers after when I close my session. And if you guys have any questions or concerns, don't be afraid to reach out to me, either Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube. If you're interested in a private session, I'm booking into the middle of July now. I have quite a few that I still have to do amongst doing sessions as well as like public sessions, but as investigations as well. But I am booking for middle of July. If anybody's interested, hit me up on Facebook and we can talk more about what's involved in that.
Listen for my voice.
Okay, I'm going to give you another 30 seconds to say something, okay? If you're going to say something, you have to be very, very loud. No, I don't think that they have enough energy to come through anymore, so that's okay. I did get a bit more information, just not a lot, and I apologize because it's very frustrating for me as well that I am stunted so badly. But anyway, I want you guys to stay safe. Much love. And yeah, if you have questions, concerns, be sure to reach out to me. Thanks, guys.